Hi, my name is Kai Balin, and this is Still Seeking.
So I'm a Israeli citizen actually, and I live in France for about 8 years. I was born and grew up in Ukraine, so there are all my identity: Ukrainian, Jewish, Israeli, French, and I'm a language teacher. Growing up in Ukraine as a Jewish girl, it was quite tough. Even though we are not religious, and I actually had no idea. Maybe I'm not like all ex-USSR Jewish kids that they are recognized that they're Jewish when they came home and they ask what is Žid is. If you know, it's a bad name for a Jew in Russian, Ukrainian, and other Slav languages. It wasn't maybe not exactly my case. I was find out in the family maybe before. I just had this very bad experience. But in any case, since very young, it was like to be persecuted. Like it's lots of anti-Semite. Anti-Semitic or anti-Semite?
Anti-Semitism.
Anti-Semitism and the experience as a kid, especially in the school. And I can say that the teachers watched it and they didn't do anything. So yeah, this was quite bad experience. Especially I'm not so looking Jewish girl. I don't have family name so clearly Jewish, but I never let kids around me to say something like that because I was standing up and saying I'm Jew and you shut up. So sometimes it was okay, sometimes it wasn't. But this point of view, yeah, it was very challenging, let's say. So to move to Israel at the age of 18, almost 18 years old, unfortunately was not better. Because in this age, actually, the person already creating her, finding her friends and love and all the thing, and then you have to move. And actually, I was expecting that I will come to the environment when I will be really received and people will glad that we came. And I should notice it was Soviet Union, so we hadn't any idea about other countries. Not only Israel, other countries. All the other countries we saw maybe a little bit in the pictures. So for me, and I believe that for my parents as well, it maybe was the same thing to come to States or to come to Israel, like it's abroad. Everything that is abroad, it's already good. And we had quite Zionist opinions. I think maybe because of the experience that we had. So my older sister, she was some activist in the Jewish young Zionist movement. It was like shooting of USSR, and because of this shooting, we could be free and could be Jewish, and it was like some precha, how do you say, blossom of us. So we had the ideas, and we moved to Israel, and I can say that it was quite disappointing because it was very hard. We was really bad accepted. We can say it accepted.
You were very badly accepted. You weren't very accepted.
Yes, like people was very quite aggressive towards us, especially if you was a young woman. It was terrible from many men and many harassment, quite everywhere. And also we was very poor. We could only take with us about $90 for whole family. So there was some help from the state, from Israeli government, but it's not enough. It's and also it was quite shocking because I never see Middle East, how it looks maybe just in Soviet propaganda TV. And somehow it was exactly like in the Soviet propaganda TV. I mean, from the visual point of view. So it was really tough. And few really tough years, I think. And as a very young person, should became adult just in the second, because the parents became weak. They don't understand anything. They don't get the language. So it's quite classical kid immigrant experience. At the age of 24, I was going to get married with my boyfriend, who was a soldier in Tzahal. And as a soldier, he wasn't allowed to go abroad. So we had to get married in Rabbinate. The only one way to get married in Israel is via Rabbinate. It means the religious marriage. And where you are going to get married in Rabbinate, you should to prove that you are really Jew. But not for everybody, only for people that came from ex-USSR. Because we was Jewish in doubt. You can say it in English? Okay, so we had to go to Jerusalem, even though that we wasn't living in Jerusalem. It was quite far from us. And to prove it. And how can you prove, actually? So they told us that I have to bring my mother and grandmother. I don't have my grandmother. She was passed away from a long time ago. And so they asked question. It's like real court. And you you're going to be judged. So they asked my mother, how can she prove she's a Jewish woman? So she said, my name is Rachel, and my father's name is Joseph. My family name is Lifshitz, so couldn't be more Jewish than that. Then they say, can you speak Yiddish to us? And she said, no, I never spoke Yiddish. My parents didn't speak Yiddish. So I said, no, so it's not enough. And so she said, but I'm speaking Hebrew to you. It's not good enough. I said, no, it's not good enough for us. And so they asked her to come to another rabbi, you say in English, rabbi, that was placed in another place, and he used to work about 2 hours a week. And again, Jerusalem is far away, and we are walking. So she came to him, and he said, yes, it's okay, you are a Jewish woman. But afterwards, he didn't give this approval to another rabbinut, I don't know. So when I came again in order to continue my marriage process, they told me, no, it's not enough. Yeah, we still don't know if you are Jewish or not. And I have to tell that in this minute, you just say, go to hell. I don't want to get married in Israel anymore. But it's actually my right as a citizen. So I also came to this rabbi again, and he told me, yeah, okay, I'm proving that you're Jewish. So you're a Jew. A Jew, you say? So I asked him, according to what? To the face character? And he told me, yeah, exactly, according to your face. So I said, it's pure racism actually, if I would be a blonde. So I'm not allowed to get married with my boyfriend in the country, then we are paying tax and he's doing military service. So, but yeah, we get married afterwards. I'm still proud to be Jewish. I'm still proud to be Ukrainian, born in Ukraine, and Israeli as well. And I think it's very unfortunate that in Israel they don't know how to educate their own population. I think many things should be done, and I know they are not done, because I'm now working with Olim Hadashim, with new arrivals that are experiencing more or less same problem, and looks like we didn't go anywhere, that they didn't learn. And I think the fact that many people like me are living in Israel now, it's also the result of such acceptance, or how is it, Kabbalat Panim, how
The welcoming.
Yeah, they're not welcoming actually, and I think Israel is existing thanks to Olim Chadashim, to people that are coming to live in Israel from all over the world, and they should be interested in them to stay and to feel good inside, because it's quite a hard place to live from the economical point of view, from the weather point of view, and security. And I think if in addition to this, you feel bad with your society, so what the point to stay? It's not enough just to be Jewish. I do want us to have a country, really. I really believe we need a country. And the biggest fear now is when maybe we will lost it, really. Even those that I also have a good experience, many friends, and my daughter was born there. It's like my country anyway. But I would like something very important to be changed in Israel. I'm atheist, and I want to my maybe grandchildren also to stay atheist, but not Christians or something. I don't know how. So why is it important? But it is important for me. Of course, it's not my business. My grandchildren, it's not something that I can influence. But I want my daughter also to be Jewish in her mind. But I see it like to be proud of your ethnicity, not something related to religion. Okay, so I came to France 8 years ago because I was married to a French man, and it was decision to leave Israel after actually many possibilities that I had in my life, but I didn't take it. And I think it was kind of because I was totally disappointed of Israel, and I tried a new chance in the life, and actually I found out that I'm much more related to French values than the Israeli ones, and it's that matter me to be abroad and far away from the Jewish country. Actually, after October 7, it's changed a little bit because I really feel pain and very related to Israel because of this. But before October 7, I was maybe thinking that all this are just bullshit, and we just are, all of us, just people. And I still think so, but maybe other people don't understand that all of us, we are just people. And actually, I found here quite nice Jewish community, which are friends with Israelis that live in Paris, and also Russian speaker Jewish from Moscow, from Russia, from Ukraine, and we celebrate in Jewish holidays. And something else that I want to mention, that in the Jewish community in France is very strong and really helpful, and you can get help just because you are a Jew. And this reminds me a little bit the relationship between Jewish in Kiev. Like Jewish in diaspora, they have like some connection, actually different and special. And I think that's what made us Jewish, to feel like doesn't matter what, you have your community that will help you, or maybe will protect you. And it's related to very important part. For example, they really help to people that want to stay in France and maybe they cannot, but the Jewish community helping. And it's for me, it's very important really to feel this community that will help you just because you are a Jew, doesn't matter what. I don't know, if maybe you do some crime, maybe they won't, but I mean, like, if you're a normal person. And I really love this idea, actually. And I would like maybe people in Israel to treat each other more like that. Because in Israel, the Jew like everybody else. It's not interesting. It's like, maybe now after the disaster of 7 October, people are more nice to each other and more related and more together. That's at least what they say. But I think to be a Jew, that's it. To be the part of the community and to be solidar and to help each other. Like I'm helping you because you're stuck in Paris, for example.
Would you help? But you're more likely to help me because I'm Jewish, right?
No, because you're a friend of my friend, the son of my friend, and I know you. But also, it's also make this part of the net all over the world. We keep in touch. We helping each other, and like I can also every Jew in the world know that everywhere he can go to Chabad or to Jewish community. If something happens, he will get helped.
Mm-hmm.
I think myself, I will be connected, and I think that if you, in USSR that we actually wasn't even allowed to be Jewish, it was they mentioned it in our passports. We didn't ask. It's not like in other countries. So, but we still wanted to stay Jewish, and we kept it anyway. So I think it's maybe important enough, and it works for how many 4,000 years. It will work afterwards as well. But for me personally, I think if my daughter like her Jewish part of her, she will love also to give it to her children. It shouldn't be imposed, if you can say imposed. Someone, it should be like something nice. So if she will love it, so she will raise her children not as Jewish people, but with idea they have at least half Jewish. And the half, or I don't know which part Jewish in France that I met, they all of them are proud of, and they love to speak about it. They feel nice that they have some Jewish grandfather or something. They rush in to tell it. So it means, first of all, that the Jewish are quite well accepted in the French society. And then they do love this part of them. So I think if my daughter will like it, she will pass it to her children. But if it's for me important, she will be happy, and me as well. This is the most important thing for me.
For sure.
Thank you for watching this episode of Still Seeking. There'll be more episodes posted in the future. And if you want to get notifications, you can hit the bell button and subscribe.